Hi everyone, you are with Savan Kapoor and I am the founder of the Dream Jobs Mastermind Group on Facebook. I'm on a mission to transform the lives of 100,000 salaried professionals by helping them secure their dream jobs. And today I want to talk to you about the biggest secret when it comes to interacting with potential organizations. Do you know what the biggest secret to attract job offers when interacting with companies is? See, companies are made up of people, much like the fabric of your life is weaved with people. And people relate with you for who they can be with you more than what you can be with them. And it is the same for companies. I want you to understand that companies relate with you for their needs and not for your needs. Hear that again. Companies relate with you for their needs and not for your needs. You must understand the nuances of this concept. See, a company's primary responsibility is towards its shareholders. It is responsible for maximizing value for the people that own and invest in the organization. A company's primary responsibility is not to provide you with employment. If an organization feels that you can help it better deliver on that value to its shareholders, they would be happy to make you a job offer. But it does not exist to provide you with employment. It exists to maximize value for the people who own and invest in the organization, that is, its shareholders. So a company relates with you for their needs and not for your needs. Providing anyone with employment is a byproduct of an organization serving its primary purpose of building value for its shareholders. If an organization could somehow determine whether you would make a great employee without having to endure the interview process, then it would much prefer that. If there was some technology or some pedagogy to be able to make that determination automatically, whether you would make a great fit in the organization and deliver results, then the entire hiring process would look very different, isn't it? It certainly would. Companies don't enjoy having to learn about candidates and drawing conclusions which candidate would be the most suited individual for their situation. And that is where you can help them. And in the process, differentiate yourself massively. That is where you must learn to use what I call the secret weapon. This secret weapon is to use an inbound approach. An inbound approach is one that pulls, that has magnetic attraction, versus an outbound approach that pushes. Let me give you an example of this secret weapon. How many of you like to receive a telemarketing phone call? See, I have asked this question to rooms full of people, from entry level employees to senior management professionals, and never once have I received a response where someone stated that they actually like to receive a telemarketing phone call. A telemarketing phone call is not a pleasant experience. First of all, it feels intrusive. And furthermore, the script is designed to get you to say yes, to buy or subscribe to whatever offer they are making. And while the script is designed to elicit a positive and affirmative answer, given the way the questions are worded, you fundamentally remain in disagreement with wanting to buy or subscribe to whatever it is that they are trying to sell you on that telemarketing phone call. A telemarketing phone call uses an outbound approach that pushes, and it just doesn't work anymore. It's one of the most ineffective ways of reaching out. And because it has not yet qualified, the fact that do you even need what it is that they are trying to offer you? And without first understanding if you need what it is that they are offering you, they have cold called you and taken a chance to see if you will buy or subscribe to their product or their service, which is why it feels unpleasant and intrusive. An outbound approach just doesn't work anymore. An inbound approach first qualifies and establishes fit before trying to sell you anything. Let me give you an example. A few years ago, I was in need of a CRM system. A CRM system is a customer relationship management system, basically a software system that allows you to manage relationships with individual customers. It was my responsibility to evaluate what CRM systems were out there in the market suitable for my industry and if they were within our budget, if they offered the functionality that our business needed, and would they work given the specifics of our situation. So I was in a position where I was experiencing the pain of not having a CRM system to manage the thousands and thousands of customer relationships that we had in our organization. So I started to research and I ran a search for companies that could meet our needs. And I came up with a list of 7 companies that I thought had the products that may be suitable for our situation. And in my research, I'd visited their websites, I'd seen if they offer a free trial, I had tried to examine the reviews that were posted in online CRM forums. I'd done my homework to identify a set of companies and their products that may be possible suitors for my employer's pain. So, when I visited the websites, I found the typical form that you find on most all websites today, which asked me for my contact information. And reluctantly, I provided my email and phone number. Now, as you can well imagine, this is what happened next. 6 of the 7 companies sent me their corporate profile. This profile included who they were, which other customers they worked with, and what was so special about their company. The features of their product, and all this detail about how great they were and why they are the only one for me. It was horrible. Furthermore, they added me to that newsletter listing, and now every day I would get additional emails from them about, what new features they had added to the product and, what bugs they had removed from their system. I hated it. This is what 6 of the 7 companies did. They used an outbound approach. Only one of the 7 companies did not send me their product and company brochure. Their representative called me and asked if she may take 2 minutes of my time, very courteously. And in those 2 minutes, she only led with questions. She was not trying to sell me anything. She was asking questions to uncover the nature of my needs. Questions like, "Sir, the biggest problem in implementing CRM systems is compatibility with existing software platforms. May I ask if you use an ERP system, and if so, which one?" Now, a question like this, it gave me the impression that this representative was not trying to sell me anything. They were trying to understand if they could help me instead of wasting my time with a sales pitch. It was very refreshing. Her next question was with regard to approvals and security, and what functions beyond sales would have access to the system. Again, a question that focused on the specifics of my situation. And the next one had to do with, accessing the system from the head office versus in field locations, including on mobile devices. Again, it was all honing in on the details of the challenges that I was facing. And the 2 minutes that she requested landed up being a half an hour phone call, simply because her entire approach was focused on my pain, on my challenges, and not on how great their product was and why it was the holy solution that I had been seeking. They started with wanting to develop a keen understanding of my challenges, my pain points, and qualify first if they could help me given the specifics of my situation. They used an inbound approach, and that is why they got my business. Learn how to use this secret weapon throughout the job search and application process so that you can come across as a highly desirable and differentiated candidate, so that your application can be taken seriously and you start building the momentum for an offer on your terms. You see, in the job search and application process, you must focus on the organization's needs, their opportunities, their pain points and challenges. May it be interacting with them given, in the written medium, such as drafting your cover letter, or may it be interacting with them over the phone, where they may be screening you to determine if you should be invited for an interview, or may it be face-to-face live interaction in the actual interview. So, don't focus on your greatness. Focus on the organization's challenges and how you and your experiences can help solve these challenges for the organization. So, I will be decoding how to effectively use the inbound approach on my group on Facebook, the Dream Jobs Mastermind group, and I invite you to come and join this group. Just click on the link and sign up. I look forward to seeing you there, and thank you for watching. Your encouragement with likes, shares, and comments is deeply appreciated. Thank you again.